Welcome. This is the first ever episode or video on my new YouTube channel slash podcast here, where I talk about and teach about everything that I find interesting. And maybe also in the future, I will interview a bunch of people that I like to interview. So, my name is Tobias, as you probably know from the title, and I'm a German living in Norway, and I want to, take this opportunity to introduce myself. You might know me as somebody who teaches video production and produces live streams for companies here in Norway. I'm a speaker at Adobe conferences here in Norway, especially. I've been teaching video courses since 2012, 2013 or something like that. I actually, many years ago as a kid, started as a drummer, then tried to get into radio production. Or actually, I was breaking into the church during the week when it was closed and nobody was there. And I was like... teaching myself how to disconnect the microphones, how to plug them into the mixer, and pretend like I'm recording my own radio show at the time, like with a CD player and 2 or 3 different cassette decks. Trying to record CD and cassettes onto other tapes and pretending to make a podcast, basically. Then I got into a little bit of DJing and music production in the very simple stages. And music has always been my number one passion. I've been playing in bands since I was 11. I started in a Christian kids worship band, kids praise band in Germany, and different orchestras and all these kind of things. But music was never a career option. Radio wasn't. Television wasn't. So I ended up focusing on graphic designs. So teaching myself Photoshop and such things. I started to become a very insecure, nerdy person, and all my dreams were basically shut down by the people around me and by the circumstances at the time. So when I was like 18, I had one last bold move, and that was like I wanted to buy music production equipment, and I actually bought a Yamaha DJX 2B, if anybody of you out there remembers that. It's on the bad gear list here on YouTube now, but it was very fun for 18-year-old, and and it's just, music production has always been like a level too hard for me, but I've always been interested in learning how to write my own songs and then produce my own songs. And on this channel, on my YouTube channel here, you probably have seen some, or actually many videos already about all of that. Music production, about video production, or how to speak in front of the microphone and in front of the camera, different kind of things. So I just thought I'll take this chance that I have now, or this time that I have now, to double down on that and make more videos in a less like edited fashion, more as a podcast kind of thing. So probably over time I will actually launch this as a podcast, and you can also just listen to the audio. And right now I don't know exactly how to do that yet, but so I'm starting as a video podcast, so to speak. And I just want to, like I said, take this opportunity to introduce who I am and what you can expect from this video or podcast channel. And so I've made a little intro that I haven't played yet, I think. So you get a little impression out of that if I play it here. Let's see. So for all of you who are just listening to the audio, I'm just going to repeat a little bit of what was said here. I talk about video production, intuitive music production, health, I teach courses in video and music, entrepreneurial mindset, and also faith. Because I think all of these areas are important. So if you're a creative person and you feel like maybe you wish you could do more, like you want to step out and you feel like you want to start your own podcast or YouTube channel or something like that, and you feel like you lack a little bit of the video skills or the podcast skills, you will find inspiration and help and also boldness and having faith and the guts to do so. I hope you will find my videos and my talks here helpful. But also if you're just looking for practical tips on, let's say, how to edit something in Premiere Pro or in Final Cut or in Premiere Rush or in DaVinci Resolve. Those are the main platforms that I teach. And I have done so for many years, and I'm in the process of updating my video courses as the softwares are always developing and getting updated as well. So you can find more information about that here. And I will also share like not just videos about where I talk, but also videos and episodes about, for example, animating something simple in Premiere Pro, where you don't need After Effects or any advanced tools. And I will also share about music production, as I have done on this channel already before. But also, as I said, I want to talk about all the mindset and the health and all these things as well. And in fact, one of the first episodes that are coming up here are about coffee. Oh, actually, me and my wife, Vanessa, we decided to stop drinking coffee about 1.5 years ago. And how that has been and how it, how it has benefited us and different things like that. So, yes. And also, and that's the final thing now, I'm not just a creative person. I'm not just an artist. Actually, I think Vanessa is much more artistic than me. I'm like a mix. I'm like 50% artist and 50% technical or something like that. And sometimes when I take personality tests on Facebook, as we all have done in the past, on some tests I'm like 60% extrovert and 40% introvert. And then on a different test, I'm the opposite. 40% introvert, 60% extrovert, or vice versa, or left brain or right brain. Sometimes I'm 50-50, sometimes I'm 60-40 in both directions. So depending on how the test is done, it's just, I don't know, it gives me always a result somewhere in the middle. And to me, I just want to combine all these things that I naturally combine. I want to combine them on my channel here and on these podcast episodes when I export the audio as a separate file where that's possible. Obviously, a video editing tutorial can't be just on audio. You have to actually watch the screen. But besides that, all the talks or more talking videos, they will definitely be turned into a podcast eventually. So I want to combine all these things. I want to combine the health, the faith, the technical, the mindset, the creativity, encouraging you, and also, teaching you how to do stuff. So if you are, like I said, somebody who is a musician who kind of maybe knows how to write lyrics, but struggles to find the beats, the sounds, and produce music, that is something that is really, really, really close to my heart. And I'm actually working on a course on intuitive music production using simpler and easier tools, because I myself, I don't want to be a nerd in music production. I'm not a producer. I'm not a studio recording technician or whatever that's called. When it comes to music, I'm much more like I'm an artist. I want to be creative. I want to be in the flow, reach flow state, and not struggle with, compressors and equalizers and technical things. However, also when it comes to video editing, I've had the same development, and also the graphic design part, I've had the same development where it's like, if I have a lot of time, I will dig into all the details and figure out how everything works. And then once I've figured it out, I'm trying to find ways to streamline it, make it faster, make it easier, and teach it so that if you're into, okay, I need this result, I need to know how to edit a photo in Photoshop, or I need to know how to make a video in Premiere Pro without spending days and days and days on it, that's where I come in. Or if you want to animate something without having to learn animation software, but maybe you know a little bit about Premiere Pro or Final Cut, then actually you can do a lot straight in those programs. So I teach those kind of things. So yeah, I know this sounds like a lot and a kind of mix of everything, but that's me. And also sometimes I want to share why and how I moved to Norway from Germany and left my family and made a bold move. How I overcome all the insecurities and how I started following my dreams and how dreams changed and how it is to go from having a job to working for yourself and then failing at that eventually and then getting a job again and then going for yourself again and then Corona comes and suddenly it fails again and you have to get a job. I mean, I've been through some stuff and I want to be an open book. I want to help you, encourage you, share my stories and inspire you to be bold and do and take your own steps, do and create your own journey, your own path, wherever that may take you. It might take you to a different country than where you are born. It might take you back to your home place after some time. Who knows? I don't. You don't, maybe. Some would say God knows, and he's the only one who knows. And to me, all of that is kind of connected and all is kind of part of the whole story. It's like there's always a bigger picture than what we think, what we know, what we can imagine. And we have to be good at adapting and at growing and also being vulnerable and open and sharing our experiences. Because you might have incredible wisdom, but if you don't dare to share it, nobody else will know about it or learn about it. Or maybe you need some encouragement and then you need to find somebody else who encourages you or shares their story. And you gain the courage and the inspiration from that story. This kind of melting pot of different areas together, that's what I'm really all about. And I hope you find this all helpful and inspiring. And yeah, leave a comment under this video. Sometimes I think I'll do live videos or live streams. Then we can do question and answer sessions. So if you have any questions, or if you have maybe found some old videos of me on my YouTube channel where I had shorter hair and different glasses and everything looked a little bit weirder or different at least, leave a comment under and tag me or reach out to me on Instagram, listen to my music there and just reach out. We can talk, we can have question and answer sessions, we can interact. And if it's something really personal, please send me a message on email. You can always say hi@tobiasmichael.com. And I promise I will try to do my best to answer either in private or on public. I believe it's really, really important that, especially if we are afraid of something, that we actually talk about it, that we go through what is it we are afraid of, how can we overcome this, how can we move forward. Because if we don't, we are stuck. And if I can help you being unstuck or getting unstuck, whether that is emotionally, spiritually, creatively with music, or technically with, I don't know, how to edit a video, how to make a live stream, how to set up a podcast studio, stuff like that. If I can help you to become unstuck, then I will gladly do so. That's what I'm all about. And yeah, I pray you feel encouraged, feel inspired, and enjoy this content. So see you soon. See you next time. Bye bye. Tobias Michael.